First, we have an update on the spread of the deadly coronavirus. Now, a short time ago, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak an international public health emergency.
A SARS-like virus.
One person with coronavirus in King County, Washington State, has died.
So you've had, H1N1, Ebola, Zika, things like that. So this is another public health emergency.
The coronavirus has changed life as we know it across America.
We know that a big question for all of you at home is, how can you protect yourself and your family from getting the coronavirus, and what do you do if you do get it?
Hi guys, my name is Jenn for those who don't know me, and this morning I'm off to the gym. It is leg day, so I'm going to be squatting and explaining a little bit about how quarantine went for me, so feel free to stick around. I'll see you there. To start off, I'm absolutely excited that gyms have reopened. I know they were closed for about 3 to 4 months, but it really felt like an eternity during this pandemic. During this pandemic, I was blessed with a sister who had a home gym where I was able to work out as much as I wanted and continue to practice my 3 lifts. Even though I was lonely, every time I worked out, I was really able to focus on myself completely. I had 0 distractions, 0 time limits, and no mirrors. I've never lifted without mirrors before, so I really had to focus on feel rather than what I looked like. And that, my dudes, helped me fix my form so much. Later on, I did purchase some more resistant bands and a couple of plates for some home workouts and really focused on volume and form. Lightweight but high volume is extremely humbling, so I felt like I was really working on body parts that I was neglecting before quarantine. My boyfriend, a month into quarantine, bought a squat rack and a bar and some more equipment, so we were able to work out together again, which made me very, very happy. Despite having everything I could need gym-wise during quarantine, I was still struggling mentally. I missed my family and friends and going out for dinner and bubble tea. My anxiety was through the roof because I couldn't stop worrying about tomorrow and the next day and the next day and my family getting sick and all these things I had absolute no control of. And that's when I realized that we love to do that. We love to try and take control of everything that we can and a million things at once. And sometimes you cannot control everything that's going on in the world, and you cannot do everything yourself. Trust and rely on God that your life is in His hands and whatever happens is meant to happen. Trust the process, just like the loading team says, and bring that chin up. Be confident because you're alive, you're valuable, and you have a purpose. Don't let something temporary destroy who you could be becoming. Choose strength.
What's up, guys? My friends were Loading 24/7 hit me up and asked me if I wanted to be part of their vlog. I said yeah, I thought it'd be a cool experience. Let people get to see a different side of me. It's not something typically I do. I don't really talk about what I'm going through or like how I feel. My name's Aaron. You can find me on IG. My handle is Konvikted King. I'm starting to get really serious into powerlifting, so I think it'd be interesting to track my journey and let people see what's going on. So once all the gyms closed down, so pretty much I was locked up for 4 years. So at first quarantine, it didn't really bother me, but about 3 weeks in of not training and just doing like banded mobility work, banded push-ups, and just little things that I could with the equipment that I did have, I started hitting a really like serious mental funk, man. There was really nothing that gave me that the feeling that lifting heavy weights gave me from powerlifting, and it just got to the point where like I just hit this mental funk and I just kind of like broke down a little bit. I started walking, man. Like that's what I picked up. I started walking, and it got to the point where I was walking like 21. I think I had walked like 21 miles in like 3 days. I went to go walk the next one day, and like I had these really serious shin splints, man. Like I couldn't even, like I think I walked like a quarter mile, and like my legs were like, nah, bro, like you're done. Walking on the concrete at 280 pounds at that high of a volume, like it really put a beating on my legs. So I had to stop walking. I went and walked on a trail and fell in love, man. Like I started hiking. My body didn't feel like shit afterwards. I really was able to like just go for a long distance, and the next day I wasn't too beat up. Like my shins weren't hurting anymore. So like that's one of the biggest things I picked up was like hiking. And I would, you know, go out and I would listen to ebooks about, you know, like mental health, self-help, whatever it may be. And I just kind of like disassociated myself with everything that was going on. 6 weeks into quarantine, one of my buddies had actually opened a garage gym, I guess you would call it. So I was able to train in a powerlifting style. It wasn't much, but it got the job done, man. It gave me some mental clarity. It let me like work out my frustrations in the gym. And that was just like, that's just been quarantine so far. And now it's gotten to the point where like the gyms have started opening back up, and I have a garage gym that I go and train out with some buddies. You know, I've gotten really close with a couple people, and outside of that, I go and train at Benefits Body Shop, which is in Rockville, Maryland, off the East Goody. When you have a set routine and it kind of just like gets broken up, I'm a very routine-oriented person, so like if I can't train on a certain day, like it used to like throw me out of whack, but like what quarantine's taught me is like it's just gonna happen. It's out of your control, and you kind of just like gotta roll with the punches, man. Like not everything is gonna be, you know, how you want it to be. So like I think that's another big quality that I picked up through quarantine is just, you know, like being able to adjust on the fly. There's always opportunity to grow and be better than you were yesterday. And if you're better than you were yesterday, then you're better off as a person.
What's up, world? This is Coach Chu. I'm a personal trainer and also a trainer of the loading team. You can follow me on my Instagram at Coach Chu Fitness as well. I'm a fat loss specialist, and I'm a huge advocate on HIIT training, high intensity interval training, and also calisthenics. So like, you know, things closing down throughout the pandemic, you know, it made me pay attention to a lot more things of what I was eating, you know? And because groceries were limited, I really had to pinpoint just like ingredients that I knew would help my body. So with like limited resources, you know, you have to really make something out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my resources that I had was just proteins and greens. And I lived by that. That's my mantra, you know what I'm saying? Proteins and greens gonna keep you clean. You know, a lot of my ingredients that I do, like, it's simple. And I feel like life should be like lived that way too. Like you should live life simply because, you know, life is already hard as it is. The world's hard. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the world. But if you keep, you know, your routine and your lifestyle simple, you really notice how easy it can be as long as you stay true to it. So just live life simply, man, and like, you know, put your kitchen in a place where you hold close to your heart, and just know that if you're going through it, you're not alone. Loading.